The month of Ramadan is one of the 5 pillars of Islam and is observed on the 9th month of Islamic calendar, Sha'aban. Fasting commences after sighting the Holy Crescent, which must be confirmed and announced by the Sultan of Sokoto, Muhammad Sa'ad Abubakar. Muslims are prescribed to fast for a period of either 29 days or 30. Ramadan fasting of this year, 1446 AH, is in the second 10 days. Islamically, first 10 days, Muslims are expected to pray fervently, while in the second 10 days, they are to redouble efforts in seeking Allah's forgiveness. What's special about the second 10 days of Ramadan in the life of fasting Muslims? These and other questions will be our focus live from Kaduna Network Center. Glad to have you join us. I am Salamatu Lukman Muhammad. The federal government, led by President Bola Tinubu, has reaffirmed its commitment to supporting local healthcare manufacturers. The national coordinator for the presidential initiative, Dr. Abdul Mukhtar, made this known at the inauguration of Transgrain Nigeria Limited's O-Care disposable syringe facility in Lagos. At the inauguration, Transgrain Nigeria Limited's Managing Director, Cyprian Orapo, and guests expresses gratitude to the Lagos State government and the federal government for policies encouraging investment in the country.
Collective efforts to enhance healthcare in Nigeria.
The industrialization policies of His Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR. The recognition of the importance of local manufacturing is a powerful encouragement to entrepreneurs like myself.
O-Care disposable syringes factory is more than just a manufacturing plant. It's a symbol of innovation, resilience, and commitment to excellence. By producing high-quality syringes locally, it reduces our dependence on the imports, creates jobs for our people.
This initiative aligns with PAC's goal of transforming Nigeria's healthcare ecosystem and establishing the nation as a global hub for health product and technology manufacturing, which aim to reduce Nigeria's dependence on imported critical healthcare products and enhance health service provision in Lagos State and beyond. Nigeria is a work in progress that is poised to make a huge difference under the current administration, especially with critical external support. Nigeria's First Lady Oluremi Tinubu stated this while granting audience to spouses of heads of mission to Nigeria in her office. State House correspondent Adeni Taiwo reports.
Wife of the Israeli ambassador to Nigeria, Sigalit Freeman, led 2 other members of the Association of Spouses of Heads of Mission to the office of Nigeria's First Lady, Oluremi Tinubu, for the visit.
We are seeing what you are doing for your people.
Well aware of her interest in promoting the well-being of vulnerable groups in the country, the group is in our office to bring her up to speed on its activities and seek ways of collaboration.
And this year, we decided to choose NGO that's focusing on education. And we hope that together with you, First Lady, we can fulfill our mission in our group and to try to do our best to bring education to all the kids in Nigeria.
Have you heard about Amajiri?
Applauding the group for using its platform to raise resources for training female educators and bringing education into underserved communities across the country, the First Lady was quick in pointing their attention to the Almajiri and out-of-school children's situation in the country.
It's quite daunting. The challenge is quite daunting, but we are doing whatever we can, also looking for assistance in, wherever we can get from. And, it looks quite promising. I have an appointment later in the year with another organization who I believe they can help with this children who are seeking for Islamic education, and their own situation is like the type of education we're planning and proposing for them is to be like a boarding school.
Promising partnership with the group, the First Lady says more should be done to address the challenges of the weak in the society.
Social security is very top-notch. I'm not an American, but I learned from the system, and I knew that is something we should have. We are going to set certain things in motion, set the foundation of other things that we believe that other governments, even when we are done here, that because even if we have 8 years, it's not enough to do whatever we want to do, but still we want to leave some foundation that will be solid. As a first major step towards achieving its plans, the group is set to host a gala night to raise resources for its project. In the State House, Adini Itaiwu, NTA News.
Minister of Information and National Orientation, Muhammad Idris, has advised opposition political parties in Nigeria to shun unnecessary criticism capable of distracting governance while playing host to the national leadership of Inter-Party Advisory Council, IPAC. He reaffirmed that President Tinubu still maintains his status as a Democrat and proponent of a healthy democratic nation. Salihu Abdullahi Gwanara reports.
In their quest to build on the gains of the nation's 25 years of democracy, IPAC, a group of Nigerians from across the political parties, are intensifying efforts to get the commitment of stakeholders to key into its proposed documentary project aimed to promote national unity and uplift the nation's political history.
This project aims to tell our story to the younger generation, particularly Gen Z, through the powerful medium of film. It will serve as an educational resource, a unifying force, and a reminder of the importance of democracy in shaping Nigerian progress.
This development, the government spokesperson agreed, is in line with ongoing efforts towards a national rebirth.
And so we feel happy that all of you are not just coming together to oppose the government of the day. You are coming together to collaborate with the government of today. I will tell you that President Bola Tinubu, being a Democrat himself, respects healthy competition because that is what allows democracy to grow. But he also recognizes the need for us to also come together as a people for the purpose of growing our own nation. Without peace, without tranquility, without unity, without us all coming together, there will be no nation for us in the first place. And if we don't have a Nigeria, a stable Nigeria, we cannot have any political party.
Leadership of the Inter-Party Advisory Council is assured of the ministry's support as the nation's image promoter. In Abuja, Salihu Abdullahi Gwanara, NTA News.
Nigerian Air Force has decimated bandits in Katsina State as the air component of Operation Fansan Yamma executed a precision airstrike, neutralizing notorious bandits' hideouts in Ngwargoga Hill Forest, Ruangodia Ward, Faskari local government area. A statement by the Deputy Director of Public Relations and Information, Group Captain Kabiru Ali, indicates that the airstrikes, which presided careful and actionable intelligence, advancing purposeful lethality, destroyed the fortified camps of notorious bandits, kingpins, Gero Alhaji and Alhaji Riga, neutralizing over 20 criminals, with additional casualties reported in the surrounding Rocky Hills. Riga and Gero were key enablers of banditry, sheltering terrorist elements responsible for relentless ambushes along the Funtua-Gusau Road, particularly between Yankara and Skim villages. Their elimination marks a major breakthrough in the ongoing military campaign to restore peace in the Northwest, as the NAV, in coordination with ground forces, remains relentless in its mission to eradicate all threats and dismantle bandit strongholds. The present security challenges in the country requires all hands to be on deck to ensure safe spaces for peace and progress to thrive. This formed the focus of lectures by resource persons during the week-long Leadership, Awareness and Development Course 11 and 25 for senior non-commissioned officers under the Division Area of Responsibility. Haruna Mohammed tells us more.
Having undergone week-long course as custodians of norms and tradition of the Nigerian Army under the auspices of the Stallion family for robust intelligence and critical thinking, the senior non-commissioned officers, including those from the sister services, were awarded with certificates. The course is designed to equip participants with skills and mindset for improved productivity while carrying out their constitutional mandates in their areas of responsibility.
And with the hope and intention of going out there back to your respective formations and units, not only to apply it in the conduct of your day-to-day activity, but also to impart same.
Director General, Nigerian Army Resource Center, Major General Garba Wahab, charged the participants to disseminate and put to use knowledge acquired in their various places of assignment. He acknowledged the Chief of Army Staff's astute, innovative leadership driven by competency towards bringing an end to security challenges.
So we expect that when they go back, they will go and implement most of the things they've learned. And this is particularly in line with the COAS command philosophy.
The course structure includes leadership framework, coaching and mentoring, social media and implications, customs, ethics and traditions of the Nigerian Army, as well as conflict management for national security imperative. Haruna Mohammed, NTA News.
You're still watching Panorama live from Kaduna Network Center. We'll be going on a short break. More reports ahead. Stay tuned.
From the Atlantic across the savannah to the Sahara, we rise, a land of the free, we know they tire. We dream great, our spirit is undying.
Resilient, rooted like palm tree, we sway in colors, we turn dark into light, we make solutions, we ignite passion, yeah. Diversity is unique, we have more than just a nation. We are Nigeria, we are Nigeria, strengthening unity, we know they carry lives. We are Nigeria, we are Nigeria, together live the dream of a land with great destiny. We are Nigeria.
I am the real Nigerian. Brought to you by the National Orientation Agency, NOA.
Stay in tune. In the spirit of Ramadan, more than 800 orphans have benefited from the distribution of food items and clothing by Atam Marayu Foundation. Suraj Abdullahi reports that the distribution exercise also serves as an avenue for Ramadan lecture, where Sheikh Abdul Qadir Saleh Kazauri enjoined wealthy to support orphans as that attracts rewards and Allah's mercy.
Ali Yunusa, Fatima Yusuf, and many other orphans are among the beneficiaries of this gesture from Atam Marayu Foundation. Aside from sponsoring the education of the orphans under their care, the foundation also supports them with food and clothing from time to time to give them a sense of belonging. The guest speaker at the event, Sheikh Abdul Qadir Saleh Kazauri, enjoined wealthy people to support orphans, emphasizing that such act attracts Allah's reward. Founders say they derive joy from seeing the smiles of these orphans and pledge to sustain the initiative.
We have supported about 800. The foundation is on education. One is from the nursery to tertiary.
We need to control society. So without people coming together to help the needies, and the orphans in our society will have different vices.
So I'm calling on all well-willing Nigerians to please put all hands on deck. Let them try as much as possible to come and see the way they can assist.
The beneficiaries could not hide their joy, thanking the foundation for coming to their aid.
I collected rice and clothes. May God bless her and may God reward her with Al-Jannah to Firdaus.
This marks the 7th annual Ramadan lecture and distribution exercise since the foundation's inception 8 years ago. In Kaduna, Suraj Abdullahi, NTA News.
The Kaduna State Governor, Ubasani, has inspected the Kaduna State Water Treatment Plant in Kakuri, which is currently in a critical state and non-operational. The visit is part of his administration's efforts to tackle the persistent water shortage affecting the residents. The governor reiterated his commitment to ensuring that every resident has access to clean and reliable water. Muhammad Marajingi has the details.
As Kaduna State pushes towards achieving 100% water production by 2025, the governor of the state, along with other stakeholders, are here at Kakuri Water Treatment Plant to inspect the facilities. They toured around the treatment plant to witness firsthand how the equipment functions. The governor says he will continue to invest in water infrastructure to ensure every resident of Kaduna has access to clean and safe drinking water.
We have decided to declare a state of emergency in water supply in Kaduna State. We believe water is essential for human lives. We believe it's something that is basic for people to enjoy as a government. When we came in, we made it clear to everyone that the people of Kaduna will enjoy adequate water supply and they will have access to it also.
Some of the strategies adopted include repairing and upgrading the treatment plants across the state, expanding pipelines, and improving distribution networks. In Kaduna, I'm Muhammad Marajingi, NTA News.
As the Ramadan fast enters its second 10 days, Muslims are expected to intensify prayer, supplications, and seeking for Allah's forgiveness. In this report, Suraj Abdullahi examines the significance of the period and now reports.
The month of Ramadan is the 9th month in the Islamic calendar. Muslims all over the world engage in intense devotion to worshiping Allah with the hope to reap the bounties of the holy month. As the Ramadan fast enters the second 10 days, Muslims are admonished to intensify worship, prayers, and supplications, as well as seeking forgiveness from Allah. Islamic scholars speak on the significance of the period.
Second 10 days of Ramadan, is very important to we Muslims to be reciting what? Quran, which Almighty Allah said that Shahr Ramadan, allazi unzila fihi al-Quran, hudan linnas wa bayyinatin min al-huda wal furqan, wa man shahida minkum shahra falyasum. This is authority by Allah.
As long as you are in the month of Ramadan, you should continue to do your ibadat the way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asks you to do, and hold on to it until you find the last day.
They also urge Muslims to imbibe the spirit of giving and pray for Nigeria, while also upholding the teachings of the Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, during and after the holy month. Suraj Abdullahi, NTA News.
Joining me live to dwell on that report is Dr. Yaqub Abdullahi Abubakar Wakili. He is the head of Islamic Studies Department, Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria. Sir, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for inviting me.
All right. What is fasting in the month of Ramadan, and what are the things prohibited and things allowed during Ramadan?
Thank you for this great question. Fasting in the month of Ramadan indicates that a Muslim is trying to abide by the rules of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. And fasting is one of the 5 pillars of Islam. So it is expected of every Muslim in the month of Ramadan that he fast, except if he has excuses which the law recognizes. And the month of Ramadan is a month of peace, the month which Allah Ta'ala emancipates the Muslim from the hellfire into paradise. This is why Allah Ta'ala mentioned in many verses, among them, Allah waliyu lazina amanu yukhrijuhum min az-zulumati ila an-nur wallazina kafaru awliyahum at-taghut yukhrijunahum min an-nur ila az-zulumat. So Allah Ta'ala wish to remove or bring out the Muslims from darkness into light, and they are expected to intensify their activities. The devotional activities in the month of Ramadan are so numerous, and especially at this point in time, Allah Ta'ala says, تتجافى جنوبهم عن المضاجع يدعون ربهم خوفا وطمعا مما رزقناهم ينفقون. So a lot Muslims are expected that they use their time in sacrificing the law of Allah, sacrificing their time during the night to say the night prayers and whatever. So Muslims should intensify their devotional activities in this second half of Ramadan by increasing recitation of the Quran, intensifying their prayers with Allah Ta'ala, charity and generosity. These are some of the activities that are so important in this month: seeking for forgiveness of Allah Ta'ala, and self-reflection and introspection.
All right, we made mention of second 10 days of Ramadan. What is that all about?
Now, the second 10 days of Ramadan is so important to every individual Muslim who is alive, whether he is well, whether he is sick. Provided he is alive, he is expected to intensify his actions, the devotional activities to Allah Ta'ala. There are many activities that are expected of every Muslim. Now, he passes through the first 10 days. That is when he has been introduced to the activities of Ramadan, and the body system is able to accommodate so many things. He has refused eating from dawn to sunset. He has refused so many things. Now he is able to understand that all other activities that are expected of the last part of Ramadan, that he can take it up. He does that through his increase in recitations of the Quran now.
All right, sir. Then your last advice to the Muslim Ummah, now, especially in this holy month.
Yeah, the last advice to the Muslim Ummah today is that Muslims are expected to intensify their devotional activities to Allah Ta'ala, because nobody knows whether, if he has experienced the month of Ramadan for this year, 1446, he never knew whether he will be part of those who will be among those who fast in the following year. So he is expected to work hard to see that he is emancipated. He is being given the agenda from this month of Ramadan. And this last part of this time, it is the time that he is to work hard. It is not a time for one to go and relax and say, I'm tired and I cannot do more. No, this is time where he's supposed to do more.
All right,
he should eat less and work more.
Thank you so much. We really hope you can go on and on to explain more about these last 10 days of second 10 days of Ramadan, and even the last 10 days. We hope to have you here again next time.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
For stories trending in the sporting world, let's join Peter Oyibo on Sports Update.
Let's begin with football. Enugu Rangers is set to lock arms with Kwara United at the Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium this Saturday, in match day 29 of the 2024-2025 Nigerian Premier Football League. Enugu Rangers sit on 5th position on the table with 42 points, far above Kwara United, who are ranked 12th position. Meanwhile, in Saturday's features of the English Premier League, Everton will renew their action against West Ham United at the Goodison Park this weekend as Ipswich Town and Nottingham Forest are back in Premier League action. Manchester City will endeavour to climb back into the top 4 of the table when they welcome high-flying Brighton to the Etihad Stadium. Southampton may be more or less to face relegation from the Premier League as they clash against Wolves while Bournemouth hosts Brentford. Staying on football, Galatasaray forward and Nigerian Super Eagles striker Victor Osimhen on Friday netted a hat-trick in a 4-0 victory over Hatterspor after opening scoring in the 30th minute. Osimhen later struck in the 48th minute before completing a hat-trick in the 52nd minute. The 25-year-old forward has so far scored 26 goals and 5 assists across all competitions for his club this season. Lastly, rising Russian tennis star Miriam Andreeva has become the first 17-year-old player to reach the women's final at Indian Wells since 2021 after overcoming defending champion Iga Swiatek in the last 4. She beat the world number 2 7-6, 1-6, 6-3. She will now face Sabalenka in the final. With Sport Updates, Peter Weibo, NTA News.
Peter Oibo's sports report completes Panorama today from Kaduna Network Center. I am Salamatu Lukman Muhammad. Thanks for watching.